What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of me sitting around and talking to people about fishing. I'm your boy Rob, and I am just sharing this live stream to my personal page so family members who are too lazy to go to this page can see it there. Hope everybody's having a blessed week. We're Thursday, what's today, 26th? 26th of January, 2023. We almost got a month down already. So it's nasty out here in the Midwest. It's cold. It's rainy. It's just overall, pretty miserable. It just snowed a couple days ago. Then it all melted. Now everything's mud. One of them deals, So we're just counting the days to springtime. We'll have the morel mushrooms popping. We'll get to go back outside and enjoy the outdoors, go hiking, go fishing, all that. So me and my little guys, they're getting stir crazy inside the house, and I get it. All right, so let's see here. Mr. Tom Mix, what's up, buddy? Anybody, you guys coming to the show and you want to get a shout out, just comment on YouTube or Facebook, and we'll give y'all a shout out. So today, my guests are my buddy Zach and Bill that I've met a couple years ago. Discovered that they had a YouTube channel. They're local here to me out of Granite City, Illinois. They like to bass fish. They go catfishing. They catch crappie. They go to the Mississippi River and catch a bunch of different bait fish, for catfishing. And they've caught some giants the past couple years, and their channel's starting to grow there on YouTube. So if you want to check them out, the Hunt for Larry Hoggins, here I will actually post their logo real quick. The Hunt for Larry Hoggins on YouTube, LarryHoggins. That's their logo right there. So we will check out a little clip of them.
Oh, that was a good bite. Oh, Billy, he's on. He's on. That's Larry, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. How's it going?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Larry, Quick, and Hoggins.
Look at the size of that flathead.
Oh, my God.
Damn.
Bam.
Yeah, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, man. Look at that.
Jesus Christ.
Man, look at that.
Damn.
Hunt for Larry Hoggins crew, baby.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Hunt for Larry Hoggins. They're doing their thing on YouTube. And I went fishing with them last year. It was a bad day on the river. I caught a gar and a carp, something else. I was bass fishing down the river trying to catch some trash fish while we were actually catfishing. That was fun. All right, I'm going to bring them in, make sure they're here. All right. What up, fellas?
What's
up,
going
Rob?
on? What's up, Rob?
Just living the dream, boss, working to take care of kids and suffering in the Midwest winter. But it seems like you guys are having a fun winter.
Oh, yeah. Staying busy, man. We've been on the grind big time.
Yep.
We have definitely put a lot of energy and effort into growing the channel and growing the brand. And we've been out there and we've been putting in the work. Finally starting to get some results.
Absolutely.
Takes a lot, You know how it is. You know how the grind is, Rob. It takes a lot to get done.
You gotta have a good support system at home. You gotta have the time, energy to do all that. I mean, from going out filming everything, video it, chopping it all up, putting it in a format, telling a story or whatever it is for your videos, dude. It's challenging.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's time consuming.
It is time consuming for sure. And for years, like I was doing all the other social media stuff, but YouTube is the one that, always kind of just hard to make time for it,
Yeah.
Yep.
Man.
So,
I think me and Billy spent 7 hours yesterday just editing 4 days of footage straight on 2 different cameras. That's
damn.
just
Is that from your crappie trip you just went to?
No, we got a
No.
50-pound cat video getting ready to come out.
Blue cat video should be coming out either
Tomorrow,
I believe.
Yeah. We're going to be posting it tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Wintertime blue cat fishing.
Wintertime blue catfishing on the mighty muddy Mississippi River, correct?
Right.
Yep.
And the Missouri.
And the Missouri, yeah.
And the Missouri River.
Yeah, we branched out a little bit. Yeah.
Well, those two come together, what they call that, the confluence.
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Right there by
I haven't fished I don't fish the big river often, man. I don't.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, we just started really hitting the river this year, and I'm telling you, it was addicting. And
yeah,
I mean,
we got out there on that river grind, and it is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, it's like, there's people who live on the Mississippi River, and they may have a lot of accessible waters that are fishable where they catch different kinds of fish. Up north, it cleans up, and it's a total different river throughout, the continental, United States here. And down south, they fish, the bayous and all that, the deltas of it and all that. But here, it's just deep mud and fast moving water.
Dude, I tell you what, from jumping into this last year in the beginning of February and really getting a crash course. I mean, when we started out fishing the river, we literally just jumped over to Lewis and Clark and we started fishing the canal. And that's where we really started, was at the bottom of that spillway right there in good old Cahokia Canal. And we adventured a little bit further out into the river and fished that mouth right there. And then through Bluff City, and a couple people we knew there. I mean, we first started, we were using nothing but bass gear. Yeah, that's it. I mean, we had no idea what we were doing on the river when we very first started.
Well, that's like when you guys invited me, I didn't have any catfish rigs. I got a bunch of bass rods, and I didn't want to break one. So I went to Bluff City, and I bought a combo, which was the Mudville Catmaster. I think it cost me $60 or $70, but I was like, hey, I got a big spinning, spin cast rod and reel here. Whatever.
That's great.
If I catch a real big one, it's going to break my rod in half. But if I catch a 20-pound catfish, I'll be all right.
Yeah, as long as you set your drag right, I think you'd be okay.
I'll tell you what, though, man. Like literally from fishing the Cahokia Canal to branching out to going to Bluff City, and a couple of guys there, teaching us, hey, this is what you need to be doing. This is where you're messing up. And slowly starting to venture out into the Mississippi River, going to.
That's what, look, guys, no matter if you just move somewhere, if you go across country, if you're from another country, if you move somewhere or you're going somewhere in a new body of water and you're struggling fishing it, go to the bait shops.
That's right.
Fishermen, we will help other fishermen if they're not trying to go just, if it's a private place or, a reservoir, or they're not trying to just go catch a bunch of largemouth and eat them. Okay, I'll give them some largemouth tips. Now, guy's like, yeah, I'm trying to grill a bunch of fish up. I'm like, hey, man, down yonder, there's some carp.
Yeah, the community has been really, really great to us.
Big time.
They see us struggling to catch fish. Sometimes they'll notify us, let us kind of know where the fish are biting. They're giving us hot spots to go to, and we've
gotten lucky.
We have trekked
awesome
up and down the Mississippi River. I don't know how many miles we've walked this year, but it is a lot.
I would say last year alone, I'm not even joking, we probably put 80 miles in on foot, up and down between here all the way down to Crystal City on the Mississippi, and all the way, I'd say, to people who know about Gene's boat ramp on the Missouri. That area we've explored from the boat ramp on the Missouri all the way up to the confluence, from the confluence north all the way up on the Mississippi to the Alton Dam. And we've covered a lot of water, man. We have definitely put in the time and effort. And like you said, the full crash course with going in the river fishing since February. But Bluff City has definitely helped us out and put us on some fish, I have to admit.
Hell yeah. Hey, like I said, go to the local bait shop. If you go to a new body of water, talk to fishermen, talk to the guy behind the counter, the girl behind the counter. People usually know their stuff in a bait shop. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
When I was younger, one of my dreams as a kid, something may still happen. It's not really an active dream of mine, but is to have a bait store.
That's awesome.
That would be cool.
Me and Billy talked about opening up a bait store one day on good old Long Lake. That'd be classic.
There you go. There you go.
The old Strike Stop Bait Shop.
Yeah,
the old Strike Stop Bait Shop.
You could do a floating one and put a bar on it. Boy, you would have all the traffic.
Yeah.
Everybody swimming out there on inner tubes, do you?
Yeah.
Margaritas and beer. There you go, buddies.
What a lot of people don't know about me and Billy. Whenever we're neighbors, so we live like 25 yards away from each other. So it's really convenient whenever we go and we jump on the lake and we go bass fishing because it's literally in our backyard.
Yeah.
And that's how we really started making videos. Like I would say 2 years ago.
Having a lake in the backyard helps.
Yeah.
2 years ago, me and Billy's always been grinding. We're like, man, one day it sure would be nice if we could start making videos.
Dude, I'll be 100% honest. I've known about your guys' lake. It's a small body of water in the middle of an urban area that is not very deep. It's basically a dammed up creek is really what it is. It's a creek that they dammed up. What's the max depth of it?
5 foot.
5 foot.
5 foot deep is the max depth. We're not talking average depth. We're talking max.
Yeah.
How many acres? I mean, it's got a lot of shoreline on it.
It's 12. It's like, I don't know. I think between 10 to 12 miles of shoreline.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a cool little deal. And honestly, I never thought they were fishing there like that. I never fished it. I've worked next door to it where I could spit in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, might be a good little crappie hole or bluegill hole in there.
It actually used to be an old tributary that ran off the Mississippi back in the day, but it was cut off whenever they built 270.
Yeah,
that's why there's shad in it, And
it's loaded.
I think whenever the water gets high, maybe new shad and bait gets flooded in there.
It comes. Well, Engineer Lake drains into our lake, so we have one. And then there's 2 other lakes on the other side of the railroad tracks that feed into Engineer when it gets high enough.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean,
it definitely got some water coming into it.
Yeah, all of them lakes, like down there on the floodplain, if you just think all the way from Dupo all the way to Edwardsville, that area, flat area that's in front of the bluff, the whole flat, floodplain there, where it's mostly farmland and urban populations, all those lakes, we're talking, Frank Holton State Park, all of those lakes, they all got the same fish in them because the Mississippi and the tributaries have flooded into all of them. Yeah.
Yep. We are blessed with our lake because there are some giants. There's some giant bass. If you can see, whenever we first started out YouTube and really started putting in some videos, we didn't even really know what we were doing. My girlfriend actually bought our first camera. Yeah. She was like, hey, babe, I bought you a present. It's a little $40-$50 little GoPro. And we got after it. We started making videos. And kind of from there, it just kind of took off.
Yeah.
Billy started investing some money in some camera gear. Then I invested more money in camera gear. And here we are now.
Yeah.
It's been crazy,
we're going to do a roll call here. We got a bunch of comments that came through. Hold on, let's back up here. We got Mr. Scotty Galbraith. How are you, sir? Anthony Jarrett said, yeah, buddy.
What's up, Anthony?
Mr. Tom Mick said, I want to know how you got those guys out of the van under the bridge down by the river.
That's right.
Hey, that's a mouthful, Tom.
Tom. What's up, man?
Got those guys out of the van under the bridge down by the river. Not just by the river, but under the bridge, too. All right, then we got Timothy John Adams. He said, big ass flatheads. Mr. Ray Larson.
Nice.
He was just on here with me with Razor Custom Tackle. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Ray?
Jeff Royer said old oxbows. They will be up in there. Yes, sir. Chris Richter said you guys have been putting in the work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tom Mix. Yes, that was right. We actually did see Tom the day that Billy caught his one of his PBS 6 pounds 15 ounces came out of a local body of water close to our lake, and it was a giant. And Tom happened to be at the boat ramp when we pulled up. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I got a story for you. I got a coworker who doesn't really bass fish. He'll go to the river and stuff and catch catfish and all that. He's from the Chicago area, but I've been teaching him how to bass fish. I've took him 10 times, I guess, in the past couple of years. And so I took him down to one of my local holes here, one of the quarries, and tied him on a big old swim bait. And I'm like, look, it was one of the big Thunderhawk ones. I'm like, look, man, I was like, if you catch a fish on this, it's going to be big. I'll just let you know. So he's casting in a 40 foot of water off a cliff. He's like maybe 10 foot, 8 foot from the water, and he's casting and he reels up and right by the bank, dude. A monster just come up and killed the thing. He sets the hook and he goes to swing this thing up this cliff. I look over and see the fish. I jump down it like Spider-Man, get up knee deep in the water to scoop this fish out for him. Dude, it was like 7 1/4. It's like in Illinois. I'm like, dude, you crack 7.
Yeah.
You know,
those
like
are the best.
That's a big bass for Illinois.
Yeah, that one back behind me is 8.2. And for Illinois, that is a stud. I mean,
8.2, huh?
8-pounder in Illinois is pretty damn good. I've caught a 9. I've caught a 9 in Illinois though.
That's crazy. I've actually never seen that bass hanging there in the background like that.
Yeah, she's
never
always
seen it. Never even noticed it, man. That's awesome. That's a nice one.
Oh, dude, yeah. In all my videos, I mean, nowadays, you know, it's kind of hard.
There
to get
it
her.
is.
I got I got so much stuff back there. It's hard to get her in the shot.
Is that the swim bait, or was that a glide bait hanging out of its mouth that she caught it on?
This right here, it's even still got one of his knots on there.
Oh, nice.
This was given to me. Well, I bought it. I did a seminar with the president of WiredToFish.com, Terry Brown, and James Watson, JMFW Worldwide, James MF and Watson. We did it like, I think this was 3 or 4 years ago. And James, like after the deal, you know, there's a bunch of fishermen. We were all sitting around talking. James brings in all these tubs and basically cleaned out his garage and his boat of all the lures that he doesn't need to make room for new ones. And dude, I mean, it was a James Watson yard sale basically. And this is
very nice.
This is one of them Jenko shad swim
baits.
Oh yeah, I've seen those for sale up at Bluff City actually. Those things are giant.
The Jenko one, yeah, dude, the thing feels like it sink like a rock.
Got some good action.
I haven't thrown it. It's from James Watson. You know what I mean? That's James Watson's bait out there. That came out of James Watson's boat. When James Watson wins, you know, the Major League Fishing, what's Red Crest? When he wins Red Crest this year, you know, I could sell that for $1 million. You know, tag James Watson.
Exactly.
I got his bait. No, he gave me another bait too. He gave me another bait too. Apparently, some fan gave this to him. I don't know where it is. I gotta find it. It's here somewhere, and it's just like a ball of fur with two, like a frog hook. You know, two wide gaps going that are connected to go up.
Yeah,
and
it's got fork hook.
Two long black fabrics. It's a mouse. Looks like a mouse frog. You know what I mean? Goofy as some.
Nice.
Dude, cool. Somebody made that thing for real. Impressive.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can catch fish on.
Oh, I bet you money you could.
I'll tell you what, you talking about that Thunderhawk swim bait? We've caught some nice bass actually out on Long Lake with that Thunderhawk swim bait. That's a good.
Yeah,
swim
you
bait.
guys
picked that up.
Belly?
Yeah, hold on.
I picked that up from you actually at the Let's Go Fishing Show
last
previous
year.
year.
That was last year. Here, I'll grab one.
That thing's a beast. Yeah, it's got some really good action. It's got some good side to side action, and that tail moves a lot.
Oh,
yeah, they thump.
Got my Rottweilers sitting by my feet. Come here. Come on. Don't hit the table. Come here. Come over here. He's so big he can't even fit. Yeah. The old Thunderbelly 5-incher.
Thunderbelly.
Yeah, I really like those.
Yeah, only got one left.
They're pretty sick. Hey, if you need some more, I know a guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I got like 15 packs hanging up on my wall.
Yeah, I want a couple of those red jerk baits that they have.
Yeah, those things are sick, man. Those are real.
Yeah, the
that
red
fire
cool.
red color they have. What's the name of that color? That red color they make?
Like
fire crawl?
I got one. It might be their version of fire crawl. Maybe I can't remember.
Yeah. That's
too many colors in the game.
Yeah,
man, you ain't joking.
Yeah, a lot of people don't fish red in the winter time. I'll tell you what, I've done really, really well in the winter with red baits. And
typically
spring, fall,
spring and fall.
But wintertime, I don't know what it is about that red, but
they crush it.
Yeah,
they definitely crush it.
People want to equate it to a crawdad, but that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I would almost think like a dead bleeding shad or something possible.
I mean, they for some reason that time of year they key in on red more. They just, I don't know why.
Yeah.
You know, the old Strike King.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there we go.
There's a fire crawl.
Yeah.
The old fire crawl.
I tell you what, man, it's hard for me to get away from the good old 6 cents crankbaits. Those 1.5 6 cents make.
That crankbait's up there for a reason. It may have made me a couple dollars.
Oh yeah,
just saying.
Yep,
nice.
Just saying. Might dust it off for a rainy day. You know what I mean?
Need to, man. We need to get you back out on the lake.
Yeah.
Man.
Like I was telling you the other day, we graphed some massive schools of shad, and I'm not even joking. We probably graphed 100+ bass sitting around them. So we haven't even attempted to go out and pound them, but I'm thinking an A rig is going to be thrown in the near future just to see if I can double or triple up.
I got like 3 of them rigged up right now.
Ready to roll?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then a jerk bait to follow behind it in case they don't want that.
How far is the boat away from being ready?
It'll be March.
March? Nice.
Awesome.
It might be before March, but my first tournament in the Illini division, because they're doing Shelbyville twice. Hold on. I'll tell you the dates. Illini is May 13th, Shelbyville. June 10th, Wren. That's going to be tough. July 15th, Shelbyville. August 12th is Paducah, Ohio River.
Oh, nice.
September 23rd and 4th is Kentucky Lake.
You going to fish the Ohio River event?
I'm going to fish all of them. I'm going to try to.
Yeah. Have you fished the Ohio River yet?
Yeah, I've fished club tournaments that went down to Paducah and Golconda and all that stuff for years.
Is that smallmouth fishing mostly?
Mm-mm.
No, not largies?
Largies.
Nice.
Spots, largies. Very nice. I've heard of people catching smallmouth. I've never caught none down there.
Yeah.
It's just get that jig working, baby. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah, we just recently went down.
You guys want to go to a river?
I got one of those in my tackle box.
You guys want to go to a river?
What? Yeah.
I bought that bladed jig too.
Which one?
I can't remember the name of it. I bought a bladed one from them as well. Pretty sure Kitech all black. I wish I had my box with pull it out real quick.
But yeah, we're gonna try and get into some smallie fishing this year. We just recently went down to a piece of family property that we have, and it's on the Big River in Missouri, and it is known for some pretty good sized smallmouth. So
yeah. I got a buddy named Tommy Bench. He is a guide on the Gasconade River. I'm trying to think of Tommy's. I can't believe my apologies, Tommy. He's got a guide service that he does down there, and Gasconade's not that big, man. And he goes out and catches 3s and 4s and 5s, like big brown ones. And I'm like, damn, like I took my son Carter down the Merrimack, there by Merrimack Caverns and all that. We put in right there. It floated down like whatever, 6, 7, 8 miles, whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
Fisher, go lay down. He's about to knock my lights over. Yeah, go lay down. He looked at me all sad, like, really, man? Lay down. Killing me. But we floated all the way down in canoes. And yeah, we caught a bunch of little ones. I caught one. The very first fish I caught that day, before we even got in the canoes, I caught one maybe 14 inches, and that was the biggest fish I caught all day. But we caught a bunch of smallmouth. You know, Carter was having a blast. We were just throwing Ned rigs out and just letting them drift. It's like catching bluegill on a bower almost. You know.
Yeah.
I was like, don't set the hook.
Fun.
He started jerking them. I'm like, no.
They get addicted.
Oh yeah, no. Carter loved it. He had a blast.
Yeah. I do that a lot.
What 7-year-old wouldn't love that?
I had an aunt and uncle. Yeah, that's true. When I was about 8, 9, 10. I spent a lot of time down in southern Missouri, and me and my dad used to walk the creeks a lot when I was a kid and catching smallies, 1-2 pounders. But man, it was a blast. A lot of good memories doing that growing up. That's always a good time.
Come on.
But yeah, man, like I was saying, we got to get you back out.
Yeah.
Back out on good old Long Lake.
Yeah. It's going to be a big year for the channel. I don't know if you saw, we just recently got a boat or a motor for the boat. So we're going to be on the road.
The 7.5 game fisher.
Yeah, the old 7.5 game fisher. So we're going to slap that on the back of the John boat, and we're going to get on the road.
Going to be doing donuts.
Yeah, hey, Larry can't hide from the smell.
I'll tell you right now, people are going to be like, what?
Ripping it. Hell yeah.
Hey, they're gonna see us out there pulling 70, 80 pound blue cats in a little 14 with a 7.5 on the back, be hating.
Yeah.
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 Hey, shoot, whatever gets the job done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to
This-
try and find a good balance this year between bass fishing, catfishing, and we just recently really started getting into crappie fishing.
That's right.
So,
Yeah. Well,
Carry
don't
them up.
forget. Don't forget. You know, I got a boat, and we can go jump on it. Go hit up
Oh, yeah.
table. I'll take you boys to Table Rock and give you a lesson on that lake or Lake of
Hey,
the
Oh, I'm
Ozarks.
in.
We'd be
Or if you
down for
want
that.
We're in.
lesson
You know
on
that.
Kentucky Lake. You know,
Yep.
all lakes like that. I got you.
Yeah.
Anytime
Awesome.
you want to go, buddy, you let me know about that.
I'm not scared to fish. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not scared of many things. I think I might be scared of sharks just because I fish and I see fish being predators. Basically, in the ocean, folks, all you are is an alive whopper plopper.
Yep.
You're just out
That's
there
it.
going, bloop, 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 you know,
That's great.
That's exactly what you are.
tiger will eat your ass. Like he will eat you. You know,
Exactly. Yep.
people get bit by a shark
Oh,
and they're like, "Oh, the shark didn't mean to bite him." Like, yeah, he did. He absolutely did.
Yeah.
I
That
like-
was a meal.
I like these shirts, Rob. Look at that right there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Slime cat. Look at y'all.
Gotta
right,
represent.
baby.
Yeah.
Look at that right there. Bam. Slime
Man.
cat rods. Look at that.
Slime cat. Hey, Slime cat, if you guys watch this, my name is Rob Crane. I would appreciate a beginner's rod. I'll
Yeah.
pay for it. Just set me up with a beginner's rod.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Let me see if I can get this in the frame.
Let me slide back a little bit.
Little Carbon Elite right there. Look at that. That is the new Carbon Elite series. from
Dude,
Slime
I got some old Abu Garcia ambassadors. Like that's what I learned how to fish with whenever I was young. Like that's how I learned a bait catcher was an ambassador, a round ambassador.
Oh yeah.
And my whole life, dude, like I till probably 2006, that's all I threw. You know what I mean? Till I graduated to some Abu Garcia, you know, black maxes and silver maxes. And
We got some 6500s and some 7000s,
Yeah.
but it was pretty cool. We went to the CatCon earlier last year, and we ended up meeting a buddy of ours, Tim King, who has runs a guide service out of North Carolina, and he fishes Lake Kerr a lot. He's a beast. I mean, that guy's a real deal.
Right.
And we ended up sitting there talking to him for about 20, 30 minutes. And he said, you know, guys, he goes, do me a favor. He said, before you guys end up leaving the show, he said, go ahead and come back. I want to talk to you before you leave. And me and Bill are like, all right. You know, we want bounce around, talk to good old Bluff City booth, once supported the local bait shop. And we ended up stopping back by and talking to Tim. And he said, you know, we really love your energy. I checked out your guys' channel, and we'd like to bring you on board. And we ended up meeting Ryan Lee, the owner, as well.
Yep.
And
his wife, Jackie. Yep.
Through that, we ended up being introduced to Jackie, and they have supported the channel massively. So we would definitely like to say thank you to Jackie, Ryan, and Tim. You guys have been you guys have been a blessing in our lives for sure. And everything that you've done for us, we very, very well appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Hey, good things happen to good people, and you guys are good people, you know.
Thanks,
so
buddy.
Thanks, man.
just keep plugging away, you know.
That's right.
See, me like in the bass game, you know, I'm just a dude who was a roughneck growing up and pond fishing and creek fishing, lake fishing, you know, and then jumping people's boats as a teenager, fishing bass tournaments, got away from it in my 20s. And I just always had a gift for catching them, you know, like even when I was young, like I look back and I'm like, how the hell did I even catch them back then? Like, only thing I did was I just bang a square bill and a jig around all day and slow roll a spinnerbait and knock the piss out of them, you know. But it's a journey, you know. That's fishing. Fishing, there's always something to aim for. There's always something that you can set goals for and try to get. And the chase and the journey of it's what we love to do, you know.
That's right. We have a new goal on the Hunt for Larry Hoggins. That's to break triple digits on a blue cat.
Trying to catch that 100-pound blue cat.
That's right. We've been after one. We've been after one ever since we hit the river. Even though we didn't know what we were doing in the beginning, we shot high.
What's the biggest one yet?
60.
60. That's still a big damn catfish, man.
Oh yeah.
60, a 50, a 40,
few 30s,
couple 30s,
some 20s, some teens. flatheads too.
We've lost some really, really big fish this year.
We had 4 shots this year at, I'm not even joking, fish are between 80 and 100 pounds. And they broke our hearts.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. We had a good buddy of ours, Will, put us on a 100+ pound fish out on the good old Mississippi down south, and we had him hooked. We had him pegged. It'll be in the video coming up.
What's the record for a blue in Illinois and Missouri? Do you know?
I think the record is like 134. Yeah, I think like 134.
134.
Yeah, for the Mississippi around here. I know the world record is like 143 or something like that. 140s. Isn't it 140s?
Yeah.
I think it's in like 140 pounds.
There's some monsters out there, man.
Yeah, they're giant. But there's a lot of big blue cats around the St. Louis area. A lot of guides. We know a few guides through the bait shop and through our buddy Will. And they have all said, the majority of them I've talked to have all said, this area we are blessed with because it is one of the best world-class blue cat fisheries in the country.
Yeah.
Between the Missouri and the Mississippi, where it comes together in the confluence, this is the land of giants. I mean, there are absolute monsters around here. And there's consistent 100+ pound blue cats being caught.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm trying to add something to our stream real quick.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
This guy here, look at
Jonathan says, put weights in the belly. All good.
Richard Nicholas Anderson caught it. He caught it in Virginia.
Oh man.
How much is it?
Yeah, 143 pounds.
Right? Yeah, 143.
Yep, he
caught
it in 2011 on chicken.
Oh my!
He's probably using a whole ass chicken. Then the flathead. Then this flathead, geez, 120 games. Then the kids record blue catfish. I didn't know they had kids records. 117. North Carolina. Looks like that was a pond fish that they fed, boy.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
That looked like they raised.
Big fatty.
Jewel world record blue catfish.
That looked like they raised that fish.
Yeah.
So 143 for a blue, man. That's pretty damn.
That's a big fish.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm telling you what, you hook into an 80 pounder, it feels like you're holding on to a tank.
Like I said, the biggest catfish I ever caught was over 20 pounds. It was a blue, and it was on the Kaskaskia River by New Athens, Illinois. And I was bass fishing back in the day, slow rolling a spinnerbait down the side of a log. Something just crushed it, and I was like, set the hook. Fisher, go. Oh, my God. He's going to knock my light over. Go. Go upstairs. Go to your bed. He just looks at me like so sad. I'm sorry to tell you, bud. You're going to mess up the whole mojo here. I'm trying to tell a catfish story.
Yeah.
With my spinnerbait, and I had maybe 12, 14 pound mono on. And yeah, the fight was on. I got it all the way up to the boat. I was in a 18-foot monarch glass boat, my old boat, and we couldn't get it in. Like it was probably 30. I mean, it was a big catfish. You know what I mean? It was big enough to where I couldn't flip it without capsizing my boat. Yeah. I don't know how to judge it. I've never really caught big catfish like that. You know what I mean? A 15-pounder to me is a big catfish. You know.
My buddy Chris Richter says 131 pounds in Missouri.
You know, I want to catch a big one.
Yeah, when we first started this year, we were catching
we'll break that
10, 15 pounders, and we were calling them giant.
Yeah. Till you caught a 40, 50.
Yeah. The 60 was.
Tom Mix said,
I was freaking out. That was a giant, and we fished from the bank.
Record blue was caught by Alton.
Yeah, Tim. Actually, our buddy Will Fish was with Tim.
Yeah, Tim Pruitt.
Yep.
You guys
and he
slid across the
record.
On engineer.
Yeah.
Not yet. We're trying to get the boat through that. Tom.
But yeah, we fish from the bank primarily. Occasionally we'll hop out in the boat with our buddies. But when you're catching them giant cats, there's one tool that we use that helps tremendously, and you have to have faith in it.
Gotta have it.
And that is the takedown rod holder.
Look at this. Look at this bad boy.
You can find him at takedownrodholders.com or on Facebook. He is a local guy. He's from St. Joseph, Missouri, and he hand welds all of these rod holders, and they are the strongest rod holders I've ever seen. He's got videos of rods in these things. He's pulling them with his truck, and they do not get the rod will probably almost break before these things give away. So
yeah,
we wanted to give a shout out to Austin over at Takedown Rod Holders.
What's up, Austin?
Yeah,
these things right here are serious.
Yeah,
serious.
Hey, and advances towards you on the bank. You can use that as a weapon.
You can, because I think the day that you went catfishing with us,
Did you guys hear
we
it?
ran into
We're having a lag issue. It's
Yeah.
no, you guys don't remember that really weird guy we seen where we were bank fishing on the Mississippi?
Yeah.
You remember?
I remember very
The guy
well.
just-
I'm still scarred from
He
it.
was just staring. Man, well, I was concerned, man. The guy was just staring at people,
Yeah.
and he had this twinkle in his eye. You know what I mean? What
Hey, man,
uncomfortable,
That was sketchy.
sketchy.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you're out fishing the river.
That's
There's
hilarious.
no telling who
You
you're gonna
never
run into
know
out
who
there.
you're going to run into out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
It's a
He had
bad
his
deal.
eyes. He had his eyes on old Billy Boy.
yeah, yeah.
Bill, hey, we were ready to spring in action if the guy made a pass at you. You know, if he would have
That's right.
accosted, if he
Yeah.
would have accosted you, we would have had your back, buddy.
That's right. I have full
for sure.
confidence that you guys would have had my back.
Oh man, I love the river. It's always good times, man.
Yeah,
We're always doing some ridiculous stuff out there.
yeah.
Between all the crazy tracks and all the
Absolutely.
insane stuff you just happen to find and see on the river, it's never a dull moment. It is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. With that being said, talking about all this awesome catfish gear and all these rod holders, look at this bad boy. See that? Look at that right there. That is the brand new Eclipse size number 10 from Nocturnal Nation Catfishing. They partnered up with us, and we have all these awesome brand new hooks in stock that they just made. This is a custom order too. I don't even know if I'm supposed to talk about this tip yet.
No,
This is
I wouldn't talk about that. Let's just say it's probably the sharpest catfish hook I've ever seen.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way.
Yeah. This is definitely this is next level.
So
I'm going to show you.
you're not going to need to set the hook per se. You're just going to lean into them.
Yeah,
Nice.
that one there is
Look at that.
That's just a regular circle hook, is what that is.
I don't even know how that's holding on still.
It has a good offset to it, and they
Huh.
have a black, if you can see, almost like a
Heat
heat
shrink.
shrink around the top, and that's for your
Yeah.
snell knots. It keeps your snell knots from sliding or moving around on there.
I got
And
you.
this hook here is the ADOT Raptor hook, and this thing has a really aggressive offset to it. And that thing, when the
Lights
cats grab it, I mean, it doesn't take much. That bait rolls over in the side of its mouth, and it's hooked, and it is not coming loose. We've seen, like I said, our buddy Tim King catch multiple 100-pounders with an ADOT, maybe even a smaller size, one of these Raptor hooks. And they
Money.
hold true. They're strong, and they're super, super sharp.
Go check them out, boy.
Yep. Nocturnal Nation, you can find them on Facebook as well.
Hey,
They'll take you to the website.
when you're chasing most fish, I wouldn't recommend this advice, but anytime someone's starting out fishing, I always tell them you want the smallest hook you can possibly use, because if your hook's too big, small catfish or largemouth, bluegill, crappie, they can't get in their mouth. You know what I mean? They keep stealing your bait, downsize your hook, you know?
Oh yeah.
So
That's always
that
a
guy
good thing
throwing
to do.
6-aught, 7-aught hooks, I imagine it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
But when you're chasing giants, the hook size don't matter.
Yeah.
The size of a baseball.
Sometimes the 10s are too small. Sometimes you got to go 13.
Yeah.
12s, 13s. Depends on how big a bait
So
you're
what do
using,
you guys
really.
got? Right. What do you guys got coming down the horn video wise? What's your plans in the next month or two?
Well, we have about, I'd say, 3 more videos to produce that are kind of backlogged right now because of all the content we have stacked up. This video we're going to throw out tomorrow is 4 full days of river adventures, all mashed up into one video. It's a consecutive day after day after day after day. It kind of really shows you the grind and all the hard work that goes into it to really chase down these big blues. Because it's not as, I mean, a lot of people think, yeah, you go out, you fish the river, you get lucky, you catch a big blue cat, but that's not the case half the time. Half the time, you really got to put in the work and find out where these fish are moving at and where they're really setting up at. And it's a lot of trial and error. So it takes a lot of effort and a lot of failure, fail after fail after fail after fail until you really figure it out.
Yeah.
And you really start patterning them and figuring out how they sit and where they're at. I think you froze up on us there, Rob.
Yeah, I don't know if the I say I don't know if the feed is freezing.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, you're lagged up.
Yeah. All right. This thing's lagging like crazy.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Yeah,
hear
we
you,
can
buddy.
hear you.
I'll show you where.
I don't understand. You guys, my internet is taking a dump on me. Come on, Charter, get it together.
Yeah,
I pay a
I
bunch of
know.
money for
As
internet.
much as Charter charges for internet, you would think it would be going. But
I know.
yeah, so like Zach said, we got this cat video coming up. We're going to have some crappie fishing videos coming up.
That's right.
We want to give a shout out to Jacob.
Bam!
Over at Jackum Jigs.
JackhamJigs.com. If you are a member of the Bluff City Outdoor Fanatics or the Hunt for Larry Hoggins Facebook group page, or just follow any crappie fishing in general, you probably heard of our buddy Jacob. I mean, he makes some of the best jigs you can find. These things
Can he make?
I just want to show you one color real quick.
Hey, I need some thin wire, smaller, well, bigger than a crappie hook, but like 1/8 ounce heads with a light wire hook for Alabama rigs. And the reason why, kids at home, if you want to use a light wire hook on an Alabama rig, is because if you get snagged in a brush pile, if you get snagged on something that you can't get your rod tipped down to, you can pull the hooks loose. Now, are you going to want to reuse that jig after you get snagged and pull it loose? Probably not, because a smallie, if you're around smallmouth, you definitely want to change it. If not, go to a heavier gauge and risk losing your Alabama rig, because smallies will straighten your hook out. They just will.
Yeah,
that is no joke.
Yeah.
So check this out right here. Our buddy Jacob made us these prototype jigs. And
I wanted to see
you
those.
should reach out to him and ask him. He might be able to do that for you.
Yeah.
He's very creative. That right there is the Mr. Hoggins prototype jig.
Yeah.
And as well on all the products that we promote and we pump out on the channel, if you go to our YouTube, any of our YouTube videos and look down in the description, you'll find all of our promo codes. So definitely if you want to order some of these products and like the takedown rod holders, slime cat rods, the Jackum jigs, we got all the stuff that you need. The Nocturnal Nation catfishing hooks, all that stuff. As well, Bluff City, if you go up to Bluff City, tell them we sent you.
That's right.
Right. Oh, and the next thing too, like we were discussing, these guys are also going to have a Facebook page on here where you could find their content as well here very soon. So it'll just be another funnel to the YouTube page.
That's right. We have right now we have the Hunt for Larry Hoggins Facebook group page. You can find a lot of our videos, a lot of content on that as well.
Right. Yeah. So if you just hunt or search the Hunt for Larry Hoggins on Facebook, you probably find the group. join it. And there's a bunch of fishermen in there. You know, we all talk fishing, post stuff, all that kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
We got a lot of local fishermen that actually post quite a bit of content in that group page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm a member of a billion Facebook groups, but you know, a lot of that's another way you can find out about lakes, whether you're fishing a tournament next year or next spring or in a month. Is search Facebook groups. You get on there, you can get a treasure trove of information at your fingertips whenever you know where to look.
Yeah, that's no joke. We follow a lot of catfishing group pages on there about the Missouri and the Mississippi, and that's kind of sometimes how we figure out where the bite is, where the fish are being active
Oh
at.
yeah,
We'll
for
kind of go based off of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So check them out on YouTube. The Hunt For Larry Hoggins, Slime Cat Rods, Jack and Jigs, Bluff City Outdoors. Who else we got?
Takedown rod holders,
Takedown rod holders.
Takedown Rod Holders. And
Nocturnal Nation catfishing.
there you go.
For hooks.
See there? Just like that.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
And we're just plugging away, you know, plugging
That's
those
right.
sponsors away. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's what you got to do, man. They take care of you. You got to take care of them, right?
Yeah. So
I mean,
if you
look at Kitech. I mean, there you
Yeah.
go.
if you know, if you guys see, we got Kitech right there.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
You
I
can
like
get
that.
these right now. You go to KiteChusa.com, shoot me a private message. I'll save you some money on the whole site.
That's right.
Can't publicly share because it makes people mad. So
Yeah.
That's
just
great.
saying. Kitech, if you didn't know, they make a lot more than swim baits. We'll just say that. Like this beautiful little compact, tiny little 3/8 ounce tungsten jig.
I
People
have a
keep
couple of
talking
those.
about
You
finesse.
gave me one.
You know, and people keep talking about all these. The craze nowadays is these finesse jigs all over the place. Y'all are late to the party on this one, folks. That's all I can tell
Yeah.
you. I've
Yeah.
been throwing a finesse jig since 2001.
Yeah.
We've
I
really
used to
been
just
tossing
get
finesse jigs on Long Lake for
round
15
ball.
years.
Yeah. Sometimes you just
like,
got to
like that
downsize.
Jackum jig you just had. Yeah, round head with a weed guard, flip it with
Money.
a little stringy skirt, spider
Yep.
style skirt. That was something that I threw forever. War Eagle, I used to throw those back in the day. The War Eagle
Would you
finesse
say?
ball head
Would you
jigs.
say you've won more money on the tournament trails with a jig over any other bait?
Yeah, it's always a key fish. You know what I mean? Like even if say I'm on a crankbait bite, pre-fish it or swim jig or spinner bait, whatever it may be. And I just try to get confidence, and then after that, if I get bit pre-fishing on a bait twice, it gets shelved, and I'm throwing other stuff to just see, can I get them to do this? Can I get them to do that? But the jig, number one, all year long, anywhere you go, you can catch fish on a jig. Just saying,
Yeah.
just give me a brown jig, a quarter ounce or half ounce, 3/8 ounce brown jig, and I'll catch a fish. But yeah, by far, literally co-angler of the year in 21 when I won it. The last day of the tournament was Lake Dardanelle, and it was the second day of the tournament. But I had to catch fish that day, or I wasn't going to win angler of the year. Like I knew it. And I went all day long and could not catch fish. And at 12:30 that afternoon, we went to a little bridge, and I threw a Kitech jig, pitched it by a bridge piling, went down dunk, and I hit a little squeaker, skinny, ugly largemouth that weighed 2 pounds on the dot. And that
Nice.
jig fish right there saved my season, and I finished 17th in the tournament and won the points championship.
Wow,
Unbelievable.
Only bite I had that day.
dude, that's
And I mean,
insane.
And we were catching them so good pre-fishing. Oh, we were catching them so good.
That's crazy how everything works out like that sometimes in tournaments. I remember my very first tournament I fished, I was 13 years old, and it was on Long Lake, and literally the weigh-in was at 2:30, and come 2 o'clock, we come around the bend, and I happened to hit 2 fish back to back within 100 yards of the boat ramp, and I caught 2 fish right at the very end of the tournament, which won us the tournament. This is my first tournament I ever fished, first tournament I ever won.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
I love that.
Yes, you-
I love when something like that happens right there. It just saves the day.
Oh yeah. I think like the first time I fished Kentucky Lake, was in like 2009. Maybe it was 10. I think it was 9. I was fishing a club tournament, and it was my first time over there. We went out of Paris, and it was a team tournament, so I had a partner. Well, we pre-fish and we're catching fish here and there, whatever, beating the bank. I didn't know about offshore fishing 10 years ago. I was, a junk fisherman from Illinois, fish rivers. We just beat, go on the bank of power fish. So anyway, we catch him, kind of had something going on. Then he spins a lower unit.
Oh,
He
no.
couldn't get out of idle. So
That's
we go
not
out of Paris and we couldn't go anywhere. So we just started fishing right out of the marina. Started making
Yep.
our way towards Main Lake, and we go up and we just see the water boiling. It was threadfin getting boiled up on the rocks. So I flip a white spinnerbait up in there and I slow roll it and I catch like a 10-pound striper. And then my partner catches a keeper largemouth back to back, same time, double hook, doubled up. And I'm like, what on earth? So I'm getting this big son of a bitch fish. He casts out, catches a short largemouth. I cast back out. I catch a keeper largemouth. He casts back, catch another 10-pound striper. And then the striper just went away. And for an hour and a half, we sat there catching between 13 and 20-inch fish. Just bam, 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 bam,
Dang,
and then it died down and they were gone. The shad went away. And we ended up just smashing that tournament. That was the first time I ever fished there. It was a blast. I caught
those
so
are the
many
days
fish.
you fish for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are seriously
No,
the days you fish for. Those are the ones you never forget.
No, and it wasn't like we had a big sack either. I think 15 pounds a day or whatever. But for the club tournament, a bunch of guys from Illinois, nobody knew the secrets out there. That, and it wasn't a time of year to be offshore anyway. So
Yeah.
it was springtime, earlier summer. So what was your last fishing trip you guys just did?
Our last fishing trip was to Carlisle.
Carlisle Lake.
Carlisle. We went out and we put the beat down on some crappie.
Yeah.
We recently this past year I recently purchased the HDS Live 9, the 3-in-1 transducers, got the side scan, the down imaging, and the 2D. And it's been a big learning curve, because I never my whole entire life I've never had electronics. I was the type of guy to just go out, fish current conditions, look for the signs, and one's lucky, two's maybe, three's a pattern type of guy, you know what I mean? And that's how we always used to do it. But now with the electronics, I can see in the water. So it's nice. That side scan's the next level, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got an old Humminbird 998 that's got side and down imaging on my console on my boat, and for my mapping and stuff. And then up front has never had a graph, so we're putting in. I got a Helix 8 Humminbird, and then I'm going to try to pair a trolling motor up with it, do my mapping up there, and then of course I got the Garmin 106 SV Ultramap Echo Tango Echo Bravo, and I'll pair it up with a transducer that does all that too, and mapping, and then of course you have to spend the extra $1,500 to get the Panoptix live scope.
Yep.
Because
you have to.
Yeah.
If I'm around with these boys, so this year's gonna be me just playing with that live scope a shit ton. And I am gonna incessantly, every waking moment I have, to go just play with it. A lot of it's gonna be down at that little quarry down at the road from my house.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna drop that boat in there, and it's 100 foot deep. So if I can see fish there, and it's got humps offshore that are 30 foot deep, 40 foot deep.
Oh yeah.
Flats, grass lines, everything.
10-pounders in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, guarantee there's 10-pounders in that lake. Guarantee it.
So
there's 3-pound shad schools that swim around, big giant gizzards that are like this big.
I need some of those.
Oh, dude, there's monster in both those lakes down there, man. There's monster shad in it.
I need some of those.
After they have their shad spawn in the summertime, you go out there and I guess it's the little baby shad. Like I always call them glass minnows, but these lakes will look like it's raining. Just them little glass minnows flicking all over the whole lake. It's like,
oh wow,
yeah, it's pretty neat.
That's nice. So
I always thought it was shad fry.
Now that we have that HDS Live 9, like we used to struggle crappie fishing, because we would just go and fish all the structure we could find. But
Right.
now we can really pinpoint what's holding fish and what's not holding
Dude,
fish.
forward facing sonar is a game changer. It is,
Yeah.
I need to get that.
Yeah.
I have yet to get that
Hey,
yet.
I mean,
I need it.
you can see exactly where your bait is, exactly where the cover is, your bait according to the cover, the fish according to the cover. You can just sit there and just post up, point that thing at a brush pile, and just watch fish just live in it, in their natural
Yeah.
habitat. It's like looking through an
It's awesome.
aquarium. It's like
Yeah.
looking through an aquarium and seeing how they're reacting, what they're doing. Are they active? Are they sluggish? Are they holding real tight to the cover? Are they, what exactly they're doing, and then how they react to your bait. Oh,
That's the biggest
he
thing.
fouled it a little bit. He didn't commit. All right, let me try
Yeah.
this. Throw that in there. Think you catch it. It's cool. It
Yeah.
is. It's cool shit. I've watched enough
Yeah.
videos on live scope where as soon as I get this thing hooked up, I'm pretty much gonna not need much help to get it tuned in and ready to roll because I've done quite a bit of research on it.
Our buddy Eric, he actually took us out to Carlisle and we went and filmed the video with him.
Yeah.
Shout out to our buddy Eric, and he has the 16-inch Garmin in the front, and we really got a crash course on how it is to fish with the good old live scope. And seeing the way that the fish react to your bait in frigid cold temperatures. Mind you, it's 30 degrees out maybe. The ramp was frozen up. Billy almost broke his neck getting in the boat in the morning.
Right.
Couldn't see nothing, so frog out. And it's low light conditions, and watching that screen, watching how that bait falls, watching how those fish react to it, it's wild. It's next level.
Well, especially in tournament wise, or even when you're fun fishing and it's tough, like fishermen, we get this mindset, a couple different mindsets. Number one, you just get to this mindset where you think there's no fish anywhere.
Yeah.
The fish are there. Like I've always told people, I'm like, if you knew how many bass seen your goddamn lure that day, you would quit fishing. You would quit. You would just be like, I'm done. These fish are mocking me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now we can see them mock you, know? And then, so you think that places are barren. They're not barren. If there's bait there, there's fish there. Now, if there is no bait, it may be barren. Now you can actually pan it out and find out. But even then, like there'll be no bait around. You'll see a couple largemouth here and there, a couple brim, they might be relating to them. Or maybe they're relating to crawfish.
That's how it is, man.
Yeah, we went to Carlisle last week, like we said, and we were fishing, and I bet we caught maybe 30 crappie, 16 keepers. And before the end of the day, our buddy came and met up with us with his live scope, and he said there's probably 200 to 400 crappie sitting down there, and we only got 30 to go.
Yeah,
so they were there. We thought there's not very many fish here, but no,
those are just the ones that would commit.
You'd have to keep your jig still in one spot for 2 minutes straight,
almost dead
to get
sticking.
them. Straight dead sticking to get them to finally eat. That's how cold the water temps were in the 30s. It's tough.
Damn.
Especially without the live scope, when you're just doing it based off of feel and good old classic knowledge from putting in time on the water.
Right.
That's the most important part's finding them, though.
So,
got to find them.
What's up, Danny Kyle said, "What's up, boys?" on YouTube. Tom Mix said, "Seat of your pants fishing." Dude. I'm the king of that.
Yeah,
that's right. I am not scared to throw away a game plan and just start fishing. Like, I can't tell you how many times it's like you got a pattern. You're like, oh, this is going to pan out. Something changes. The fish change. The pressure changes. Something changes, and that it's gone. Junk it. Start from scratch. Fish the conditions.
I tell you what. That's right.
The conditions.
I tell you what. It changes every single day. It changes on the river.
Yeah,
that is true.
Absolutely.
Every day. That's one thing we've learned on the river. It is you could find 50 blue cats sitting up on a sandbank at 10 a.m. in the middle of the day warming up. Next day you could go there 10 a.m. same time of the day warm it up. You think they'd be there? They're gone.
They're gone.
And
blues, they move a lot.
Yeah. Hey. Okay. So that's one thing that bank fishing actually has taught me is, especially like old school bass fishermen, like when I was learning when I was a kid, and a bunch of guys that I fished with, even, the past 10 years, they would beat the bank and keep moving, and they would go on some structure, flip it, and then they would, might catch a fish on something, and then or two fish, and they would leave the area. It's like, the fish are not stationary. They're moving. Like
Yep.
even if they're in cover, if they're not in that cover, deep in that cover, they're
cruising.
relating to it. They're moving around. You could
Yep.
go back up and down a stretch, you know, instead of going new water or something that's you don't know fish are there. If you've located fish, it has the right conditions for fish to be there. Pick it apart, leave, come back to it, hit it again. You know, I can't tell you. I've had guys where we rotated spots, and maybe the third go around we caught it in a stretch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Timing.
That's how it
Timing
is,
everything.
man.
Yeah, different angles, hitting them from
Yep.
different angles, all that stuff.
On the same
yeah.
cover, big time. We've learned to do that quite a bit on the lake we live on because we fish a lot of structure. I mean,
Mhm.
you know, as well as I know, that lake, it's full of trees. I mean,
Right.
and they're everywhere. So it's hard to, you know, go and pick apart 300 plus trees in one day.
Mhm.
So when you really develop that pattern, those one or two little tips that you get that really
Oh yeah.
determines what you need to do. What is that right there? What you got right there?
This is a little Razor custom tackle, little skitter worm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is a
Oh,
little
that's
drop shot dude right there. I think this
oh
is a
nice. I like that. That's
3
nice.
and a
Yeah.
half or 4
Got some good
inch.
action to it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
got some
well-
real good action.
Yeah, it's got a cool little tail on it. Can't really see it. It's got some ribs on it.
Yeah,
and stuff,
kind
but
of a tune shape.
But no, I got shoot. I got it on back on this little jig here. You know, little jig trailer, drop shot.
Oh, yeah.
You could even split shot that rig, Texas rigger, whatever the hell you want to do with it. But
Yeah.
it's a good little worm. I see stuff like that. I like more natural, slender profiles. Unless it's like summertime. If it's dead heat of summer, I might want some more action on my baits. But for the most part, I like something that has a profile or something natural. That's why, like any kind of beaver or bug that just has a sleek deal to it. Like I had a couple packs up here. I don't know what the hell I did with them. Ooh, the old brush hog. I got a bucket over here.
Man.
Ooh, what do you guys know about these?
That's a
Yeah.
see that bait right there? That's the same exact bait that I used to go and throw walking the creeks as a young kid. I take
What,
some
the French-
different-
The French
Yes.
fry?
Oh man, I
Oh.
slay smallmouth with those. That is
Yeah.
a
Dude,
smallmouth killing machine.
I will go to a lake, one of the major lakes here in the Midwest. You could take me there in the spring. You could take me there after spawn. You could take me there during the spawn. And with that bait right there, I'll catch the piss out of fish.
Oh yeah.
Several different species, smallies, largies.
I like to tip the tail, just a little bit of dip it glow chartreuse. That's the ticket.
Dude, these
I
are new
bought
old.
some.
Is that the old Jean LaRue?
Yeah, I bought some Jean LaRue.
The old Jean LaRue's.
Almost.
The classics. Oh man, those are nice.
Yeah.
I need some of those.
I
Where you get
have.
those at?
I don't have many big worms left, but I have a ton of salt crawls.
I got a ton of salt crawls myself.
Dude, no, these were new old stock. A buddy of mine's dad owns Washington County bait shop there on Washington County Lake.
Oh, nice.
And he had boxes of new old stock. This is the 1993 Megabucks Champion Edition Jean
Oh
LaRue's.
man.
And dude,
That's awesome.
I literally still have like 200 packs of new old stock from Jean LaRue. This whole summer, me and my nephew, we were going out catching fish at night and everything on the old Jean LaRue's.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shoot, me and my buddy, we fished a night tournament on Lake of the Ozarks this past summer. It was one of the only tournaments I fished all year last year. And
I
we went
remember
there.
seeing something about that.
Yeah, we caught fish all night long. I was throwing them old Jean LaRue's big worms.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yep. He was trying, black spinner baits and all the normal nighttime fishing baits. And I busted out the old big worm and started getting bit almost instantly. And I caught fish all night. We didn't have but maybe 15 pounds, I think it was. We didn't win or placing the money. I think like 17, 18 took it. But yeah, we had fun.
Yeah.
That's still a good time.
Yeah, I caught 30, 40 fish that night, Right when the tournament started, before the sun went down, I was catching them on a spook.
Old Tom Mick says, I caught fish right behind your house, Zach. That's right. I got a good bank. I put a lot of work in on all that concrete, placing it on the bank.
All that structure you got there. Tom's over there cleaning up.
I know. Yeah, you know he is
Yeah.
too. That's great.
I just redid my lake bank. We got riprap banks and it's 2 feet deep right on now. And
Billy's got his own boat ramp.
yeah. So
Hey, we'll have to get it with
Let's see.
old Danny Kyle too. We'll all have to get together and get some filming done.
Oh,
yeah, that'd
old
be a good
Danny.
time, man. That'd be a good time.
The missus says our son was almost named Fisher instead of Everett. Yes, that is very true. He almost was named Fisher.
Yeah, my
Fisher
dog's
Gaddy.
name's Fisher. My dog's named Fisher.
Is it? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. We call him Fish, Fisher, Bear Dog. He's got a bunch of names. Dum Dum.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got a bunch of names.
That's awesome. Man, so the plan for the YouTube this year is to definitely find the balance between catfish, bass, and crappie. And we have our 50-pound blue cat video coming out tomorrow. And we also have 2 crappie videos that are going to be coming out very soon. As well, we have a trip down south to the Kimswick area coming out very soon. And we also have an awesome boat expedition, 2-day boat expedition with our buddy Will on the Missouri and the Mississippi that'll be coming out. So we have like 4 or 5 videos lined up already that's going to be coming out. And
so what were on the expedition? Were you guys just scouting, kind of getting lay of the land, or what were you guys doing?
yeah, this video is coming out tomorrow. We did that's what we do, man. We go out and we'll find an area on Google Maps, and we'll go out and we'll really try to explore it, figure out what's around it, what kind of depths around it. You know, being a bank fisherman, you're really limited as to what you can do. And you go out and you cast a lot of weights around, try to find deep holes, and really look for the type of structure that you know, based off of spending a little bit of time on the river out of a boat, on what a deep hole would look like, you know. And that's usually have telltale signs on top of the water, like you'll have scours. You could see deep holes. They come across the river and they hit a deep hole. They'll go like this and they'll come back up and they'll make a big scour on the surface. And you can see massive eddies, stuff like that. So we look for a lot of stuff like that. And we'll go out and we'll just hit certain areas and try to break down certain areas we explore to produce fish, really is what we do.
Yeah. And, I did see a video, I want to say it was last year before, of one of the pro fishermen. I can't even remember who it was, but he was getting on Google Earth Pro, I think it was. And with Pro on Google Earth, you have the capability of not just looking at the satellite imagery, recent satellite imagery, you can go back in time.
Yeah.
And so you can go back a year ago, 2 years ago, month by month, whatever you want, whenever the water levels may got really high or when the water levels receded. And you can see, like, when the water levels get real low, all these brush piles and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. So then the guy gets in Google Earth Pro, you could pinpoint wherever you're looking at and get the GPS coordinates, put it into your fish or your waypoints. Because now say the lake's 15 foot higher than it was then. You know, now
you go sit right up on those areas.
You can put waypoints in there before you even get to the lake. You know what I mean? And it'll take you right. Yeah, no, it was really cool when I seen that. I was like, that's pretty damn smart.
Yeah, we it's tough, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's tough, dude. It's so tough.
I can only imagine.
This is the most exercise I've ever had.
Now look,
best trip of my life.
I'm the same way, man. I'm the same way when I fish, especially because half the time when I'm fishing for fun, I have 2 little boys with me. You know, Carter just got to the age where I didn't have to carry him anymore, 5 years old, 4 years old. Then his brother came here. So then the process started all over. Check this out. I haven't bought a diaper in over 6 months.
Dude, that's awesome. See, my son turns 2 in May.
Straight, man.
Yeah, my son turns 2 in May, and I got some time to go, but he already wants to be out there with me. He's already carrying around fishing poles and fishing reels, and he's ready to go. Every time I go to the front door, and I got my some gear with me, he goes to grab his shoes. He's like, "Daddy, let's go!" Yeah. I can't wait. I look forward. I'm jealous. I see all your expeditions with your son, sons. It's awesome.
Everybody's like, "How do you do it?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just do it." Just come on, boy. Right? I get stir crazy. I'm kind of OCD, not OCD, but ADHD. It's hard for me to focus on one thing, only one thing. You know what I mean? So me and the kids, I get stir crazy in the house. Like, we got to go. Let's go do something. Let's go for a hike. Let's go to Chuck E. Cheese. Let's go fishing. Let's go do something. Let's get the hell out of this house.
Yeah.
Especially when it's nice out.
Constantly be doing something.
Oh, yeah. You got to take advantage of those 40-degree days during winter.
Yeah.
They are few and far between.
We've got to really good winter this year. We've been able to
This
get out and fish a lot. So
we will have winter for 2 weeks, and then we go 2 weeks with summer, and then winter comes back. I mean, it was in a 4-day span. What was it last month in December? We had a 4-degree day with a -30 wind chill, and then it was 63 degrees outside.
Yeah, I know. It's insane.
Like 4 days later, I'm like, what the hell? I went fishing that day. You know, I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on
Yeah,
here?
these fish have no idea what's going on, especially out on the river.
Yeah, they don't know what to do.
They don't know what to do. And typically this time of year it's super cold and these big blues get pushed into their deep winter holes. And that's when you're going to catch your biggest fish of the year. But it's been so mild and up and down.
Yeah.
They're scattered everywhere. It's been really hard to fish this winter.
Well, hey, not this weekend, but next weekend, I will be child free if you guys want to take a trip to Long.
It's game time. Let's do it.
See if we catch a couple of them chunks out there. I'll bring a couple Alabama rigs and some single swim baits. I'll bring some jigs.
Oh yeah.
And a couple shallow jerk baits, you know.
All right, let's do it. I'm game for that, man. You know,
that's one thing too. If you hey, whenever you, especially these live scopers probably know this really well because they get to study them in real time. But from experience, I learned that if you're getting any kind of followers with a, you know, an Alabama rig, toss a single swim bait in there, they'll eat it.
Yeah, that's the
they
ticket.
Shy away from it, especially from pressured fish. Yeah, I went behind. I've gone behind quite a few guys as a co-angler with a single swim bait when they're out and caught them behind them.
Yeah,
there's zero pressure.
Pretty damn good.
I mean, there's zero pressure on our fish. No. Since I feel bad to say this, and it's kind of sad, but February hit. I put my bass gear up on my rack. I got about 12 bait cast combos sitting up there, and they're starting to collect dust. So that just goes to show you how consumed that river has took over.
Yeah,
that river took over big time. It's hard to get back to it, man. I'm not
gonna
lie.
Bring you back.
You got to bring me back.
Yeah,
bring you back just one day. We'll go out in the boats. We'll get 1 or 2 of them, and we'll go out there, catch some 6s and 7s, and call it a day.
Oh yeah, me and Billy won crappie fishing in a different local lake the other day, and we were fishing in some deep 25, 30-foot water, and Billy ended up hooking about a 5-pound largie, and it kind of brought some fire back to us. I was like, oh man, there's Larry. We miss him. we miss Larry, man. We ain't seen him in forever.
You just love it when you hook into a big one and you feel that first slow big head shake, the whoop whoop. You're like, oh, here we go.
There it
Buckle
is.
up. Yeah. Buckle up. During a tournament, your cheeks go like that, you know.
Yeah.
Please
and
don't come off.
Yeah, I have a really serious love-hate relationship with topwater frogs.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll teach you. I got some tips with topwater frogs. Now you're gonna lose some. Okay. That's just something that goes with the territory. Yep. But I've, as a kid, farm ponds and all that, like, I mean, we're talking moss thick like that.
Yeah.
Skipping topwater frogs on top of them, and then bass will come up through the moss like they're a damn great white, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And doing backflips with it, and then they go back down. And I took it from so many fish for so many years. And finally, what I would do, here's one of the keys: don't watch the bait. I know it's hard, but if you're in an area where you think, hey, I'm getting ready to come up, and there's a stump or something, you're like, he should be there. Just take your eyes off the bait and just keep doing what you're doing, and you'll hear it. And hear it real, look, because they actually don't just spit frogs back out. They don't. They take it and they go down. The only way you miss them is because you take it from them too quick. As soon as they hit it, you just want to reel down and pop them. You can't do it with a frog, man, because you'll just.
So if you're fishing off a sight, you're gonna react quicker than if you heard it.
Well, it's kind of like I almost pretend like I'm fishing a jig, because a lot of the time when I'm jig, and dragging it, or whatever, Carolina rig and even Texas rig and stuff, and I'm dragging, I just kind of look off the side. I'm looking at birds, and I'm just feeling. That's all I'm feeling. I'm just feeling the rod, because I try to keep my line as taut as possible, so I could feel the whole thing, Never, of course, we all know this. Don't reel your bait, move it with your rod tip, reel your slack. you know, once you get a feel for it, but then as soon as you feel that slightest ever dunk,
That's the
you know,
best.
bam, it just helps me with being ADHD. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Billy's just cursed because he's had about
Frogging.
3 or 4 bass that have probably been in 7 to 8 pounds just jump off at the side of the boat on a frog.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's been brutal.
And I always blame Zach.
He's like, oh,
it's
man.
always Zach's fault.
Every time.
Here's a frog there's an old scum frog that's about 20 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
His skirt done melted off.
Yeah.
Dude, he's all
I'll
tore
have
up.
to show you.
I don't know when the
My
last
uncle
time
just gave me.
I don't know when the last time I fished with this thing, but I caught some fish on it because this thing is tore up.
Yeah. My uncle
Alright.
just gave me all his old bass fishing gear, and he's got some old classic baits in there that you can't find anywhere anymore. And I'll have to show them to you.
Got it.
I even got the
If you
old
got-
flying lure.
Boy, I remember being 8 years
Original in
old.
the box.
In the box. Let me see if I can find this thing.
Grab it up.
Let me see if I can find it.
Who was it? Bill Dance that was the spokesman for Flying Lure? I can't remember. Was
I
it
can't
Roland
remember,
Martin
but-
or one of them?
This thing has to be worth money. It is literally flawless. The box is in like perfect condition.
Oh, I bet it is. Somebody like just to put it on their man. Oh,
There
dude.
it is.
You can't even find one of those on eBay.
Yeah.
Dude, if you look at the back in the day.
It's all brand new.
Yeah,
can't
look at the
remember
foam.
who owns
It's not even been opened.
DuckTales.
Yeah, I don't even know how to get access. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
There's some stuff. But it's all in there. It's never been used. All brand new, still in the packaging.
it's got to be worth
Pretty
money.
cool. Yeah.
Damn.
Just a collector piece for me right now.
You break that bad boy out and make a video out of it.
I know, right?
The Flying Lure Challenge.
Yeah. That's it.
That's the bait that glided backwards, bro.
Or we'll just listen on each challenge.
There's actually a technique that you can do that old Mike Iaconelli does. He takes those little 4-inch French fries that you have right there, and he takes the VMC. I can't remember what hook it is. It's a VMC 1/0, just classic straight shank hook, and he takes a little nail weight right in the back. He takes a little, I think, a 16th ounce nail weight, and he puts it right in the butt end, and you throw it on 8-pound test on a spinning reel. And when you flip it out and pitch it, the bait, if you flip it out and pitch it in front of a dock, it'll actually glide backwards up underneath the dock. And we put that technique to use one day out here on Long Lake. It actually works pretty good.
Yeah.
I actually caught some big crappie on it too, which is surprising.
Right. Yeah, I've done that with tubes and stuff before.
Nice.
That's something. Hey, that's a bass bait that people forget about that still catches a lot of damn fish, and just nobody really talks about it. Is a damn tube.
Alex Langer Flying Lure. Guido did one of the first infomercials for
The Flying Lure.
old Tom Mix.
Tom Mix knows. He knows his stuff.
Danny Cowell says, I think it was Roland Martin. Danny Cowell, you guys do an unbelievable amount of walking to get to some of those spots. Yeah, you're not joking, buddy. We've actually took Danny out on some of our tracks, and he's like, dang, man. Come on, man. He's like, come on.
Yeah. Whenever I
Can't
went
do
with
this
you
to me.
guys, when I went with you guys to the river that day, dude, it was hot. Ooh, it was hot.
Oh, yeah.
We got-
100-degree
we got
days all
there
day long.
early. Hey, just like 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock in the morning, you gotta be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You try to stay close on them hot days.
Yeah, those 100-degree days will beat you up.
We walked a couple miles out to a wing dam, and it was, I don't know, it was probably 100 degrees out that day.
It's 106.
And when we walked back on a giant sandbar, and it was like walking through the Sahara Desert.
You couldn't even see
It was
anything in front of you. It was all mirages.
We had
It was
like
just
half a
waves
bottle
like this.
of water left. We were sharing a bottle of water. We thought we were going to die out there trying to get back.
It was bad,
Man.
man. It was real bad.
Well,
We've had some
y'all.
awesome adventures.
Hell yeah. Well, just sign me up for one here real soon.
All right.
We'll do a little dual post to my channel, your channel, and we'll get
Absolutely.
people to watch it. And somebody may get thrown in the water. You never know
Yeah,
what could
you
happen.
never know.
If we're fishing the river, I mean, you never know. So we just
Yeah.
got to
Oh,
keep
yeah.
the camera
Yeah.
rolling because
Yep,
I got some slime cat rods for you rigged up that you can use, buddy.
that's right.
right. And if the fish don't start biting, I'll just start singing to them, and you guys will see magic.
That's right.
I didn't do
That's
it last time. I tried to keep some tricks up my sleeve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't give them all away.
Hey, listen, technically we put you on a fish, but it got hung up in the rocks and broke you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good fish too. And then
Yeah.
I did catch a gar and a
A
carp,
drum.
a drum,
Yeah.
a drum
drum.
on a square bill.
Apparently, silver drum are they call them Buddha, and they're a curse. Apparently, if you catch a silver drum while you're catfishing on the river, it's a curse, and it doesn't
but-
end till the end of the year.
Yeah.
And the very first time me and Billy went out and fished Lewis and Clark, I caught a big giant drum. The very first day we went catfishing with our new catfish at Bluff City. So the curse
Damn.
ended. That's
Yeah.
probably why we lost all the big giants, the 4 giants we had shots at.
The curse,
I blame
the
it on
curse has
the,
been lifted.
The
It's
curse,
been
the
lifted.
curse of the silver carp, or drum, or whatever you want to call them.
Silver drum, dirty bastards, what I call them, but
That
Yeah.
ain't no joke.
slimy, nasty bastards.
They
Yeah.
They
stink
piss.
too, bro.
Oh man, them fish piss me off in the bass tournament. Be throwing a jig.
Oh.
Drum will eat the shit out of a jig.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
they
they
will.
You're sitting there fishing the dock on Lake of the Ozarks. You throw it back there, you're perfect cast. Dunk. You're like, there he is. Wow. Oh man, it's a big fish. Hold on, wait. Why is he not shaking his head? Why does
Yeah.
he keep doing that? Is this a catfish? What the hell is it? Drum.
Look at this right here. This is
Yeah.
the classic Larry Hoggins right here. My daughter drew this. This is
That's
part of our
awesome.
logo right here. She
That's
drew this,
awesome.
and we had it digitally remastered. We had it sent off and digitally remastered, and that's how we ended up with our logo.
That's awesome.
Another thing I'd like to say, my daughter, she's one hell of a bass fisherman. I'll tell you that. I
Get her
raised her
out there.
right. She's out there.
How-
She's out there grinding with me. She'll be back out there this springtime. We'll be seeing some content with her in it this year coming up. I really look forward to that.
Well, let me know, and I'll bring my boys. 7 and 3. They're a riot
yeah.
to fish with, but they're game. Carter, the older one especially, he's about fishing. Like when he's there, say we're bank fishing a lake, a pond, like he will just like he sees me over the years. Like I don't like I'm bank fishing, I don't stay still. I make a couple casts and bass fishing, I'm walking around, I'm covering water. And he does the same thing. He'll be on the other side of the lake. Dad, I got one. Like, dude, you're like a quarter mile from me. I got to run down there. You got a 5-pounder on the end of the line.
Yep.
Trying to show old dad up.
We'll definitely get them out there. They want to come out and catch bluegill anytime. You're more than welcome to. I feed the fish on my lake bank, and I probably got 100 bluegill come summertime when they spawn.
Oh, we'll come over.
Sitting there for
hey,
the picnic.
that's right up Warren's alley. He likes going whenever they're eating.
Oh yeah,
If he
they're
can
always
catch
eating
some-
in the backyard.
Yeah, if he can catch some bluegill and crappie, he's good. He'll sit out there on that dock with his little dock demon fishing pole that's this long, and he'll catch fish all day.
Yeah.
I tried to cast for him. Fisher, go upstairs. Rottweiler just run down my stairs going 100 mile an hour, about knock my table over.
Yeah.
Go. Sure, big goofy. Now he's falling up the
He
stairs.
fell down.
Oh, he fell up. He Joe Biden did.
Oh, he Joe Biden.
Oh,
did.
no.
no.
Get up there, Grandpa
See
Joe. Jesus. How's someone gonna fall up the stairs?
Old Danny. Danny's
Biggest
laughing. Danny
adversary.
says LOL. I'm mixed. Roland also did Blue Fox spinnerbaits. Very nice. Old Roland
I
Martin.
don't remember those.
I got
just
the
remember
old
back-
original Bill Dance. The old Bill Dance
I re-
Tennessee T hat. I got an autograph one. You got one? Oh no.
Well, like that one.
There it is. Yeah.
Says
Oh
Bill
man,
Dance.
look at that.
And it says TNN on it. TNN Outdoors. What you know about that?
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
TNN Outdoors. Shout out to TNN Outdoors from back in the day. They are the ones that taught me how to bass fish.
Oh yeah.
Roland Martin, Bill Dance, Roland
Yeah.
Martin, all of them.
Yeah.
In Fisherman, all the different fishing shows they had every
Old-
Saturday morning.
Old Al Linder and Doug Stangy.
Al Linder, yep, all them dudes, man. They're, I didn't have many guys in my family that learned that fish, so I tagged along with a buddy when I was about my oldest son's age, 7, 8. caught some fish, got hooked to it, and then I went fishing with a buddy and his dad, and we were crappie fishing. But I was putting too much worm on my little hook. I was putting a big night crawler on a little bitty hook, and I'm reeling it up on a bobber, and a bass about maybe 3-4 pounds. I ate it and I caught it. I was ruined. Ever since I want to catch those.
Yeah.
That happened to me at Bull Shoals Lake. My dad took me there, and I was getting bored, and I got mad, and I just casted my grub on the opposite side of the boat from the bank, and I saw a bunch of shad jump and casted it in there, and I probably caught a 5.5 pound bass, and that was it. Ever since then, just
at a young age, my pops too, man, taking me fishing at a young age, getting me hooked. Some of the best memories growing up, fishing with your dad.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, 10-year-old Robbie with a dollar Walmart spinnerbait in his hand was dangerous.
Oh, man, I know about those. I know about the little spinnerbait, $1 spinnerbait box.
$1 spinnerbaits from Walmart, boy. Those and some some culprit ribbon tail worms. 7, 8-inch worms. Just give me a black worm and a spinnerbait.
The blue and the red glitter. The blue and the red glitter culprits. You know about those?
Yeah.
Yep.
Tequila Sunrise for me.
Tequila Sunrise. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Whenever I was
me with that Zepco 303.
Oh yeah. Yep. Like I said, then I got an Abu Garcia ambassador, and after that it was bait casters from then on. Like I'm still not even that proficient with a spinning rod, dude. It was funny. I was pre-fishing with my buddy Marcus on Table Rock. Marcus is one of the best bass fishermen ever on Lake of the Ozarks and in the whole area for that matter. But anyway, we were pre-fishing on Table Rock, and literally I had bought myself a spinning rod, the first one I had ever bought as an adult for me, and bought it and was out there pre-fishing for a Toyota Series tournament, a major tournament I had just one rod for a Ned rig and a drop shot, but I didn't even tie a drop shot on. It was all Ned rig. And we're out there pre-fishing, and I'm casting the thing not very far. Marcus is laughing up in front. He goes, "Damn, Crane, you need to practice with that thing." I said, "What do you think I'm doing?" I said, "We're practicing."
Yeah, that's so funny.
Trying to teach yourself how to use a spinning rod looking like a little kid during a major tournament. Yeah. That's Rob Crane for you.
It's definitely a lot different from the bait caster life. I think I got my first bait caster when I was about 12, 13. Dad's buddy of mine dropped a couple off at the house, and I used to sit in the backyard and just pitch into a 5-gallon bucket. Then I moved to a coffee can.
I literally got a bucket in my backyard, and I still to this day pitch into it. Yeah. And my 7-year-old's turning 8 in July. He's getting his first bait caster this year.
Awesome, man. That's great.
I love hearing that. Teach him how to pitch with it, and I'm gonna give him one of my hand-me-down tattoolas probably, because I want something with a real good magnet on it, and, braking systems.
Yeah, nice. I'm always a big advocate for taking your kids fishing.
Yeah,
got to.
You guys need to come in May, either May or early June. I'm gonna have my kids fishing derby down in Caseyville this year. I'm going to start collecting sponsors and all that stuff for it here probably next week, actually. But
awesome.
Yeah, it's a free event. I give away, with the police department, we fundraise and the communities, businesses donate to it. We take all that money and we go up to Academy Sports. Academy Sports has been awesome for us the past few years. And we just fill shopping carts up with all types of fishing gear. And the past couple of years, people have donated toys and stuff too. And literally every kid that goes there doesn't have a fishing rod, leaves with one. We average usually between 75 and 100 kids.
Yeah, that's
yearly.
Awesome, man. Yeah,
it's a great time. So you guys definitely got to show up this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let us know. I'll help out with whatever you need help with.
Yeah,
man.
give us a heads up on that.
Yeah, me and the police department are still settling on the date. It might be the second weekend of May.
Okay,
possibly.
Perfect.
Or maybe the first weekend. Yeah, May 13th, I got Shelbyville. So it'll either be the third weekend or the first weekend, probably. I have to talk to her.
Perfect. Keep us posted.
Right, fellas. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming on tonight. Good talking fishing.
I loved it, man. It was a great time.
It was a great time.
Danny Kyle says the fact that you can fish a spinning rod and have all them trophies behind you is impressive. Yeah. Yeah, as a co-angler, I did all this without a spinning rod.
Yeah.
You can show me another co-angler who ain't. Most of these co-anglers will sit with a spinning rod in their hand all day throwing small finesse baits. all day, and they do really well. I can't knock it, but that's just not what I like to do.
Yeah.
Can't bring myself to do it
Yeah.
unless it's
I agree.
absolutely necessary. If
Alicia,
it's at,
Alicia Sims, I grew up fishing in Missouri. Can't wait to get back out. That's right.
there you go.
That is right. I can't wait.
Tom says spinning
All
rods will
right.
save the day and put money in your pocket. Don't step on the fairy wands.
That's great.
That's fairy wand is what I've called it for a long time, and I've caught fish with it. I caught a couple
Yep.
fish. I want to say one. No, it wasn't that year. It was the year before. Yeah, I weighed one fish in a tournament with a spinning rod. It was smallmouth, table rock.
Nice.
Actually, it was a mean mouth. It was.
Oh,
I
A
got
really?
mean
pictures
mouth.
of
I
it
caught
on
one of those out of the river one day.
Yeah, no, it was a big one. He was up shallow. I threw a Ned rig up there and started bouncing it back, and it was like 3+. It was like 3.5, I think. It was a really, really pretty fish. It was weird though, because when I caught it, it looked like a spot, like a spotted bass with like brown on it, like a really weird
Yeah.
color spotted bass. Put him in a live well, took him out 2 hours later, took him out, and it looked like a smallmouth. Like this coloration completely changed. It was weird. It was like,
That's
that is
wild.
fucking, that was cool, man. Shoot.
Yeah.
You take it easy, Danny. We'll see you soon, buddy.
Yep.
He
Yeah,
said,
boys.
He said we'll get out there.
Yep. We
We'll have to
got to
bring Danny
sign
out
out.
with you. Dude,
I'm
Danny's
game.
been dying to fish this lake. So whenever you do come out, this is what we can do. Me and Billy can fish in a boat, and you and Danny could fish in a boat, and we'll get after it.
Challenge accepted.
Hell yeah.
Sound good?
Awesome.
Especially if we're doing bumper boats and we're fishing right next to each other,
Exactly.
That's right. I'll find them. I'll put us on them.
There you go. Find them. You guide us, and then we'll just start swinging on them.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
It sounds like a good time.
He's
huh?
like, all right, hey, we're gonna fish against you guys. We know where the mother load is. You guys have fun.
Yeah.
No, I ain't gonna do you like that.
All right, fellas. Well, thanks for coming on, and we'll do it again. So we'll say here in a month or two, we'll do another episode and catch up with you.
All right,
Awesome.
buddy. Sounds
Thanks,
good.
Rob.
I appreciate you, buddy.
Hey, no worries. And check out was it Slime Cat rods, Jack 'em jigs,
Jack 'em jigs, takedown rod holders,
takedown
Nocturnal
rod
Nation catfishing, and don't forget to go up to Bluff City in Alton, Illinois.
That's right.
Yep. Don't
Promo
forget that.
codes in the YouTube descriptions.
There you go. Check out the Hunt for Larry Hoggins, and we will flash their deal here one more time. Bam!
Oh, yeah.
Right there. Look for
That's
that.
pretty. That's
His
pretty.
daughter drew that fish. That is 10 times, a million times better than I could ever do. Not
You
artistic
take her easy,
like that.
buddy.
All right,
Yeah.
brother. Y'all have a good night.
Okay.
Later. Oop, lost him. All right, y'all. Another episode of Rob Crane Fishing. Thanks for sticking around talking fishing with us. I got a lot of things to do before I get ready for work in the morning. So have a blessed Thursday night. Rob Crane signing out from the armpit of America. Later.